Hey guys! So today is day 2 of what I personally am referring to as a 6-day journey that we are on at this point in time. Started yesterday, going through the 19th. That is really taking us on a internalized path towards self-discovery and transformation. This is a very significant period of time, window period of time that we are in between now and the 19th. There are 4 big significant major aspects, transits that are hitting back to back to back to back. Today kicks it off. Really, we have Venus moving into exact square with Mars today, and simultaneously we also have the Sun and the Moon both in a grand trine with Pluto and Earth signs. Today is likely to be the breakdown phase of this journey to self-discovery and transformation that universe is carrying us through over this period of time. Things need to come to a head. We are in the problem discovery phase of this energy. Universe is probably working today, tomorrow, through the weekend to really bring to our attention anywhere that there are imbalances, specifically in our relationships, specifically as a result of some type of ego attachment that is interfering with what we truly want. These are the type of things that are likely to be causing conflicts to surface in relationships, financial commitments, agreements, partnerships of all kinds, or just generally within us over the course of this next couple of days. Let's get into the chart, you guys. We've got a lot of astrology to talk about today. I am really looking forward to digging into this, and let's talk about it and see what's playing out and how it may be affecting us as we are going through day 2 of this energy. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Today is Thursday, September 15th, 2022. My name is Aubrey, and this is your astrological outlook of the day. Of course, if you stick with me till the end of the report, we are also going to be talking about some tarot cards that came out in correspondence with the energy that we have going on today, just to tap the field from a different modality and get a more holistic viewpoint of what is going on, sort of validate things from more than one modality. We got a powerful tarot message today as well, in conjunction with the astrology, and we have powerful astrology going on today too. If you guys watched my video from yesterday where I was talking all about this 6-day journey that we are on, that I feel like we are on energetically right now, you guys will know exactly where I'm at and exactly what I'm talking about. But we are in day 2 of that energy right now. And day 2, I feel like, is sort of initiating, like I said, like the breakdown phase of this process. Part of this process of this self-discovery and transformation is the discovery phase. And the discovery phase is having things brought to our attention that maybe we had overlooked, maybe we had neglected in the past, maybe we hadn't seen properly or seen clearly. We are also in this retrograde energy right now, you guys. 6 retrograde planets. That's very rare. That doesn't happen often. And this is a very internalized time of like really, really getting back in touch with who we truly are, what we truly want, and recalibrating our vibration essentially from the ground up as we head towards the midway point in our 2022 year and the Libra cycle, which is a cardinal phase where we are going to start behaving differently, acting differently, and definitely probably taking some actions and making some decisions and making some choices. But this period of time is sort of like the prep for that. And this specific window period that we are in right now is taking us through a very intense process of re-identifying with our own self, getting to know ourselves again. And as a result of that, we're going to be making some major changes, and there's going to be some major transformations coming in the aftermath, essentially. But, you know, we're in this 222 year. The number 6 is very much so infused all in this. And we also have the ruler of the energy that I'm about to talk about today, Mercury in the sign of Libra. This is all about bringing things to a better place of balance and harmony and reciprocity and justice. Things are being rebalanced in a way that is going to be fulfilling us on such a greater soul level going forward. So we need to understand, you know, the period of time that we are in right now, a breakdown phase, and that things may be falling away, and that may be, you know, scary and unsettling and uncomfortable and difficult because, you know, we can't actually see where this is going. But faith is a very significant part of what we need to be allowing to be, you know, sort of our guiding force at this period of time. We really need to be holding on to our faith and just kind of going with the flow of universe and allowing ourselves to go through this shift, not hiding from the changes that are happening, because it really is trying to free us. Like ultimately, our soul is being freed from whatever mask we may have been wearing, or that we may have been almost like fused with at this point throughout the course of our life. And maybe as a result of that, a lot of our relationships or our circumstances or our, professional life or just various aspects of our life are not in alignment with what truly makes us happy and who we really are. But this is the time, you guys, for the facades to fall and for the truth to crack through. And that is what we are doing in this energy. But like I said, it's like if you don't know that there's a problem, it's really, really hard to find a solution and to solve it and to heal. So this energy, especially starting today, I feel like with Venus moving into the square to Mars, while we simultaneously have this grand trine playing out in Earth signs with Pluto, is really like showing us the depth of ourselves and perhaps where we are our own worst enemy, or, where we are allowing ourselves to be overpowered, or where we are sacrificing parts of ourselves that are keeping us out of the truth of our potential or what really makes us happy, keeping us in bondage to things that are not truly aligned with us as a result of any internal sense of weakness or need for external validation or anything along those lines. You guys, this energy is really trying to clear those things up for us. And so let's talk about it in some less abstract ways, okay? First of all, I need to say whatever is coming up for us today in this Venus-Mars square energy is actually trying to facilitate some type of massive personal internalized transformation. And I've been saying that in various ways, I feel like, since I started my intro. But when we have these two things playing out in combination with each other, Venus coming into a square with Mars, this doesn't happen often. It happens a couple of times a year, generally, whenever Venus is, in a square with Mars. But the particular positions that this is happening in right now, in Gemini and Virgo, both of these are mutable signs too. And mutable signs are signs of being adaptable and being changeable and being able to go with the flow of things. They sort of transition and they dissolve from one thing into another. And that is what also is sort of being represented by Venus and Mars in the square in these specific signs. This is about some type of transitional process, some type of facilitation and breakdown and dissolving from one way of being into another way of being, from a way of being in relationships or relating to others or even relating to our own self that was based more in ego attachments. And now we are gaining this conscious awareness and this more like higher level understanding and perspective and relationship to our own self. And as a result of that, it's like we're beginning to be guided more by the truth of our heart and less guided by what our ego wants, what our ego needs, our image, our attachments, our need to be seen a certain type of way, our need to be perceived a certain type of way, what other people think about us, we're sort of going from the emphasis on that to the emphasis on what really fills me up inside, who I really am, what is really a reflection of how I feel and like what really makes me feel good and what I find genuine pleasure in, as opposed to, what I try to find pleasure in as a result of that being the popular thing to find pleasure in. Like that is the transition that is really kind of underway right now. And in the sign of Gemini, Virgo, these are the signs that rule the mind. Mercury is the ruler of both of these planets, and Mercury's retrograde right now in the sign of Libra, in the sign of Venus, in the sign associated with the heart and how we relate to others and what we value and what we prioritize. So it's this mental reconfiguration going on right now, both in terms of our ego and our energy body and our ego attachments, and also what we desire and what we want. And Venus in the sign of Virgo, Virgo refines things and is more grounded and more practical and more mature. It's like we're really wising up in terms of what we really want in our heart. And simultaneously, we're really, Mars and Gemini, reconsidering what it is that we really want to attach ourselves to, how we really do want to present ourselves, and what ways that we've been presenting ourselves, what we've had to prove to people, the image that we've had to maintain for this, that, or other reason. Like, how has that been interfering with our ability to get what we truly want based on who we're realizing that we truly are? And the relationships, the circumstances, the friendships, the environments, the situations in our life that are built on the foundation of that ego image, these are the places where the conflict is likely to arise in this energy, because it's showing us tensions are arising from situations that are built on ego and not built on authentic heart-based truth, okay? And then when we bring in the luminaries and the trine to Pluto today simultaneously, both the sun and the moon, like our soul and our spirit, like our conscious and our unconscious, in the facilitating trine aspect with Pluto, death and rebirth, purge, regeneration, transformation, also seeing into the depths of things, the depths of the psyche, the root of the problem. In earth signs, physically, tangibly happening, physical changes taking place, materialization, manifestation, the 3D world, the physical plane, some type of facilitated transformation happening on, a conscious level and also an unconscious level in this energy. Transformation, uncovering things, seeing into our own depths, figuring it out, getting to the root of the problem in regards to where our own ego has been interfering with our ability to attract and receive Venus, that which truly brings us harmony, peace, that which is truly a reflection of us, that which is the reciprocal mirrored energy to what we truly hold inside. And like from that heart-based level, the mirror image of our heart, like what has been blocking us as a result of us chasing some ideal of someone else or something else that is detached from our authentic truth. What about that has kept us from being able to open to accept and receive that which we actually truly want? That is what we are discovering in this energy. Very inwardly focused period of time that we are in right now, with all of these retrograde planets and also Venus and Mars forming this square while the ruler of both of these planets is retrograde in Venus's sign. Remember, we also have Venus and Mercury in a mutual reception right now. This entire Virgo cycle is boiling down to this couple of days. If you guys watched my September overview, if you guys watched my Virgo new moon, I was talking about how this entire period of time, you guys, really had everything to do with helping us to rediscover the truth of who we are and what we really want, and actually resolve some things for us as a result of that in the long run, either through helping us to sort of like get out of situations that are not benefiting us so that we can realign ourselves with what we do want, or to make some type of choice that is redirecting the path for us in alignment with what we want, or just some way as a result of this heading into the Libra cycle next month, like repositioning ourselves to get back into alignment with receiving, attracting, going after, gaining, manifesting, finding ourselves experiencing that which we're discovering we truly want over this period of time. And I feel like it's all coming down to this week, to this 6-day period of time that started yesterday, that is moving through the 19th. And then, as we head towards the end of the month of September and towards our Libra cycle, our new moon and Libra cycle that is coming up, like there's going to be more. This is not the end of it, but it's just this consecutive 6-day period of time, I feel like is doing the most to really make what this entire cycle is about really happen. Like we're in the trenches of the vibes, and these are the activations, these are the transits that are playing the most significant role in doing what this specific chapter of the galactic guidebook is calling for at this point in time. We are rediscovering our own truth, passion, power, and also what we truly want, what we truly wish for, like what is our genuine wish fulfillment and what we need to change about ourselves in order to get it. That's where the active transformation comes in. Like that is something that we always, as being, I imagine if you're here on this channel, it's because you are more spiritually inclined and you're probably, been a part of various spiritual communities or just very more spiritually oriented for a while now. And what we always need to remember though is like, there's always an active responsibility on our part in order to help facilitate the changes. Like, yes, we need to be rooted in our faith and we need to know and have like the visual component of stuff and to like know and understand and, feel into what's coming, but we also have to take action. Like we also have to be an active participant in our own experience. Like we can never just sit back and do nothing and just wait for God to save us. You know what I mean? It's like that, I don't know if you guys have ever heard it, but there's like this, I don't know if you'd call it, it's not like a joke. Maybe it's a joke. I don't know. I don't think it's that funny, but it's like this thing, like there's this flood. And the water's rising, and there's like these people on the roof, and they're like, a boat comes by and says, "Get in the boat, get in the boat, we'll rescue you." And they're like, "No, I'm waiting for God to save me. God will save me." And the guy's like, "Okay." And then I don't know, like something else, like a hot air balloon or a helicopter or something comes by, and they're like, get in, like we'll save you, we'll save you." And he's like, "No, I'm waiting for God to come, I'm waiting for God to come and save me." And like meanwhile the water's like rising and rising, and then like finally, like I don't remember what it was, like maybe somebody like threw them a life raft or a life vest or something, and they're like, "Grab this and we'll reel you in." And they're like, no, like I'm waiting for God to save you, but like not realizing the whole time that like God, spirit, universe, was saving them through facilitating those opportunities for them to save themselves. You know what I mean? So it's like in that example, like they still had to play an active role in participating. Like you can't just sit back passively and wait for God, universe, spirit to do everything for us. Like we have to take the reins. Like this is a collaborative process. You know what I mean? Like, yes, like God, universe, spirit is doing a lot right now to rebalance things from a higher level and to give us the opportunities to take the action to save ourselves. Like that's what this is about. Like this is a window period where we are being given a very profound opportunity to like get on that boat or to grab that life raft or to like get in that, what did I say, a hot air balloon or a plane? I don't know. But that is sort of like, this is our task right now. Like, what are we going to do to change it? Like, universe is showing us on a silver platter, like what the issue is and really helping us to see the truth about some things. But like, what are we going to do about it? And also, you guys, like, I'm not saying this is not necessarily the time to take the action yet. As I keep saying, we are moving towards the halfway point in the year. This cardinal cycle is coming up. The Libra cycle, like that will be the action-oriented phase. But, this is the period of time where we really need to be figuring out what we are going to do to make the necessary changes based on what we come to find out over this period of time. And I will say, things as we go through this next couple of days may seem totally out of control, upside down, like quite possibly really delusional in various ways, building, from now sort of building into the weekend. I feel like once we get, closer to Sunday and Monday, things may start to clear up a little bit and we may be like, okay, like I'm ready to make this or I'm ready to embrace this change now. Like I'm ready to like step into this transformation that I feel is like really necessary and is like knocking on all of my doors at this point. I'm kind of ready to open it and let it in. But universe really wants us just generally to be looking inwards in all of this retrograde energy and to not allow ourselves, you guys, this is like a red flag of this period of time. And I said this, I can't remember what day it was. I think it was when I did my Mercury retrograde report. I was feeling this, and this was the message that was coming through, that we really need to be careful of being pulled back into like self-sabotaging patterns. And I feel like this is coming up over this period of time as well. Not allow ourselves to be pulled back into past patterns and comfort zones or to be manipulated through our ego in any type of a way. Like this is a period of time where we are, needing to be able to separate ourselves from our ego and see it from a more conscious perspective so that we can really heal and transform and go through this process of re-identifying with ourselves. But if we are allowing ourselves to be like sort of like love bombed or played on or manipulated based on our ego and somebody knowing what to say to us or how to make us feel a certain type of way in order to do X, Y, and Z, like that's another way that this energy, can be used. And that's another way also, though, you guys, that universe can bring that to our attention. If we do find ourselves in that position, like that is another wake up call where we need to be like, whoa, like I'm out of balance in this moment. Like I'm doing something that I am not even necessarily comfortable with or that I don't even really want just to get the validation of this person or just to be perceived in this type of way or just to feel, like I'm getting praise or, whatever, appreciation, whatever. to satisfy, I guess, my ego, because when I think about it, like, I don't even really want to be doing this. Like, it doesn't even really make me feel good. Like, this isn't really filling me up. I'm literally only doing it for an image or for the praise or the gratification or the validation or appreciation or whatever of somebody else. Like, that is the type of stuff that we are supposed to be gaining an awareness of in this energy, and doing something to change so that we can really actually get what we do want, instead of doing all this stuff and at the end of the day still finding ourselves sitting there in a situation that isn't making us happy, that isn't filling our cup, and that we just don't truly want. This energy is showing us, you guys, who we truly are, what we truly desire, and how our own ego may be blocking us from getting that. Okay, that is what all of this is boiling down to. And then when we add in, you know, the luminaries and the trine to Pluto today, this to me is also foreshadowing the transformations that are going to be underway. It's like we're sort of feeling it, like feeling the need, like getting to the bottom of something, like figuring out a root problem, like we're sort of getting our eye on it, or like getting a pulse on it in this energy. But by the time that we get to the 19th, the sun will be coming into exact trine with Pluto. Today, this grand trine is not exact because the sun is at 23 degrees Virgo and Pluto's at 27 degrees Capricorn. So there's a 4-degree orb currently between Pluto and the moon, or I mean Pluto and the sun, but with the moon there, like it's still close enough that it will activate this grand trine. But by the 19th, that is when the sun and Pluto will come into the exact trine, reactivating this energy that is being sparked by the moon today. So transformations that we sort of maybe feel like we're like dipping our toe into a little bit today may really be something that we are embracing by the time we get to the end of this period of time that is upcoming right now. But let's talk more specifically, okay, about just this dynamic of this Venus and Mars. I've been sort of wading into this over this past couple of days, but you know, Venus is the feminine, Venus rules the feminine, Mars rules the masculine, and they are coming to a 90-degree angle with each other in these mutable signs. 90-degree angles, squares, this is tension, this is conflict, this is like an internalized irritation or frustration. This is, you know, fights and arguments, but it's for the purpose ultimately with a square of some type of resolution or evolution or some type of just like breaking through the conflict and coming to a higher understanding in some type of way. Like that's what squares always do, is they create this friction, they create this tension so that some type of resolution and rebalancing can be restored in one way or another. And really, that is what we're doing throughout the course of this entire Virgo cycle that we are in right now, that began with the new moon itself in a square to Mars and the ruler of this cycle in Libra, which is the sign of the scales, justice, rebalancing things, reciprocity, justice restored, peace, balance, harmony. So ultimately, that is where this is all going, and that is what is represented in the square itself. Anyways, I mean, Venus is in a mutual reception with Mercury right now. Mars is in the sign, Venus and Mars are both in the signs of Mercury, who is still in the sign of Libra, retrograde, and in an opposition to Jupiter, actually. This is representing a period of some very expanded understanding of our relationship to ourselves and the problems in our relationship dynamics generally. It's really significant, you guys. First of all, okay, Venus and Mars in square. What this is going to do is give us an insight into anywhere where there are problems going on in our relationships. And it's going to be, like I said earlier, as a result of ego being involved in one way or another. Exposes hidden tensions in relationships, or if there are ego complexes built in. That is what the Venus and square Mars energy does. Healthy relationships, you guys, that are really just based in like straight up like unconditional love and stuff like that, those relationships are not going to experience the issues in this energy. They will probably just experience like a heightened level of like love, expressions of love and passion and attraction and stuff like that. So, you know, any unhealthy relationships are getting put on blast in this energy. This is likely to be a breakup window, and lots of people are going to be walking away from imbalances that they are realizing are surfacing in relationships over the next couple days, and it's just not worth it anymore. It's like we're realizing we got these issues, and it's like, but I don't even want to anymore. I don't even want it bad enough to put in the energy to fix it. Actually, can we just agree to go our separate ways and have like an amicable split? Like that is sort of what this energy is ultimately pushing for. You know, with the Venus square Mars, there is likely to be a lot of conflict, fights, arguments, debates, disputes wrapped up in this as well. People are probably going to be like pretty hot-headed and like not so willing to just walk away with grace. But with both of these planets, you guys, like in the sign of Libra, like it is possible that like in the long run, there won't be, standing like bad blood in the situations. It's really interesting. It's because, we're waking up to the truth of our values, passions, and true desires and not wanting to keep watering what's not watering us. Like that, I feel like is generally the driving force behind this, where it's just sort of like the bye Felicia energy. You know what I mean? Like we're just like not doing it anymore and we're coming to these conclusions. But the thing is, we're coming to these conclusions not only because, these are happening both in Mercury signs where we are sort of really thinking about things a little bit more deeply, but also Mercury in the opposition to Jupiter while both of these planets are retrograde. This is really huge. Like Mercury opposing Jupiter, this is secrets revealed. We're actually like another catalyst for these revelations that we might have might be finding out some things from the past that's been hidden from us. Secrets from the past or people from the past coming back, telling us something that really changes things for us in one way or another. Like there could be dimensions of the past or things that have been hidden or secrets exposed or finding things out, some type of massive bigger perspective or big news or messages or communication coming in some type of a way that is doing this for us. Like that really might be what this is, like the truth coming clear, and it's sort of just like really creating like a very clear divide or just putting us in a position where we like know how to solve the problem now, or like we're realizing like what we are no longer willing to do or willing to put our energy into. It's also very interesting as well. Venus and Mars, they're both at 14 degrees of their signs for this square today. 14 degrees of Virgo, that Sabian symbol is a family tree. 14 degrees of Gemini, that Sabian symbol is bridging physical space and social distinction. Two men sit in telepathic communication. So I feel like there could be an emphasis as well on things going on within families, perhaps being recalibrated in one way or another in this energy. There's also with Mars at this degree, I was saying this yesterday, I feel like this is talking about, especially with all this Mercury energy, I feel like this is talking about like genuinely maybe being like able to pick up on the thought frequencies and really have maybe like a more telepathic connection with people at this point in time. And maybe that is also where we're sort of like receiving this information. Like maybe we are just like hearing something in our mind, or we're just like getting it all of a sudden, or we're just like tuning into somebody else, or it's like we can hear somebody else's thoughts or something, and it's just changing things for us in one way or another. Like very, very interesting. But the family tree degree, like I feel like, this could also be pertaining to like generational karma and stuff like that we are breaking through in this energy. Like this could be like toxic relationship dynamics that have been like going on, like ongoing for like generations, and toxic attachments, like all of these toxic karmic bonds represented by the position of the South Node in Scorpio right now. I feel like this could be what is playing into, and Mars being a ruler of Scorpio where the South Node is, and Pluto also being activated today. Pluto and Mars, both the rulers of Scorpio, both activated today in this energy. I feel like this could also be sort of like releasing us from some generational karma or some generational trauma that is sort of coming to the surface in this coming to the surface in this as well to show us these same themes. But again, it's likely boiling down to the role that our ego is playing juxtaposed to our higher self and like our hearts, like, and our soul's true desires. Very interesting. It's also, they're starting at 14 degrees today. That is where their square is happening today, 14 degrees of their signs. But tomorrow, they're going to be moving to 15 degrees of their signs. And we'll be talking about 15 degrees of Gemini and Virgo tomorrow. And when we look at the numerology there, we're talking about starting on a 5, right? 14 breaks down to a 5, moving to a 6. This is that 6 number coming back up. 15 breaks down to a 6. This is that number of like unconditional love and flow and this 222 year year, and this like divine harmonization and this balance that is trying to be restored. So we are starting in the 5 energy with this square, which is all about the dynamic change. 5 is a number of some very dynamic change, and reminds me of this Uranus energy as well, this breakdown energy. But the Venus and Mars square is transitioning to the 6, is moving us to the 6. So what this is doing, it's got to go through this breakdown phase, but it's in order to restore our heart essentially and bring us back in alignment with that, so that we can attract and magnetize what this 222 year is trying to bring us in contact with and represents, what I talk about all the time, which is helping us to align ourselves with that which is really going to fill our cup, which is really going to bring us that sense of purpose and that sense of soul fulfillment in terms of our relationships, our circumstances, what we're putting our time and energy into, and just the genuine state of our existence across the board. So I feel like that is also telling us, like on a subtle level, like that is where this is going. And the breakdowns that may be coming in this energy today, we do not need to be looking at necessarily through a negative sense, but with the understanding that they are leading us to something that is going to be more positive, more fulfilling, and that is going to help us thrive in our reality on such a greater level. Because again, this is all about activating destiny, activating potential. That's where we're going. So change, chaos, perhaps leading to a state of harmony, all about restoring peace, balance, harmony, and justice in order to help us receive what we want, but happening through this conflict, this tension, this breakdown, and gaining this massive insight into the problems and how to solve them, what we need to do next. That is where I feel like we are going to be when we get to next week, when we are coming out of this energy. We're going to be like, okay, I got it. I know where I'm at right now. I might not know what's going on with you, but at least I know what's going on with me. And based on that, I'm in a position where I know which direction essentially I want to move going forward. I might still have some ducks I need to get into a row, but I'm feeling much more like solid in the embodiment of my personal truth than maybe I have been in a very, very long time. I feel like that's the energy that we are going towards. And also today, you guys, like I said, this grand trine that we have in Earth signs playing out simultaneously, yeah, like Pluto breaks things down. We are ready to let it crumble, or it's starting to crumble in this energy today. This is a facilitated purge, transformation, regeneration, like physically taking place, like in our actual life, in this Earth sign energy. We are finding out secrets, understanding ourselves better, learning the truth about something that really changes things for us. And today, like I said, like this is just the beginning, because moving through this next few days towards the 19th, the sun will then come into the exact trine with Pluto, and this will be us like cleaning house, like cleaning up our ship and ready to stand in this new sparkly like vessel that we are creating for ourselves, or that we are discovering that we should have had the whole time going like throughout this period of time. So all of that as well. Let's talk about the macrocosm for a brief minute. This period of time may also really be representing some breakdowns in government leadership authority, but I feel like it's more likely to be happening like behind the scenes because of all of this retrograde energy right now, and especially Pluto retrograde as well. This could Mars and Venus in square could be bringing problems with communications for sure, media, finances, markets, resources, economies. Also, this could be some really serious like information wars, battles of the narratives, fights, conflicts, like civil discord and disagreements like happening within like communities and social circles and friend groups and stuff like that, based again on people going through these changes and rediscovering their truth and being like, oh my gosh, I just woke up in a reality that I want nothing to do with, and like I have to get out of it. Like that is kind of what we're moving towards. And another aspect of what we have coming on the 19th, alongside with the sun and the trine to Pluto, we're also going to have Venus in exact trine to Uranus that day. So not only is it transformation, you guys, it's transformation and releasing ourselves from anything that is keeping us out of the truth of our heart. Very, very powerful. I feel like it's a good idea to maybe like stay out of crowds, not engage in conflict, inner work, self-analysis, very supported by universe right now. If we want to get in sort of like the good graces with the gods, we really need to be doing some internalized work, some focus like on ourselves, some self-discovery in this energy. That is what it wants. It does not want us abandoning ourselves and filling ourselves with the vibrations and the frequencies of other people and what's going on around us. That is just not the vibe in this vibe that we have playing out. Breakdowns, though. Breakdowns in relationships leading to repairs, either leading to release or leading to repairs. So ultimately, you guys, this is all going in a good direction, but Venus square Mars, like, it's just fights and conflicts, likely in relationships, unless, of course, you know, they're really truly based on like this genuine heart and soul connection, in which case it'll probably just be steamy and passionate. But, you know, anywhere that there are conflicts surfacing in our friendships, in our work relationships, in our romantic relationships, in any relationships, in the way that we are dealing with and talking to ourselves, it is likely to be because that our ego, something about our ego, something about what we've created as a result of our ego being out of alignment with what we are realizing our soul truly wants, and sort of just like not wanting to deal with it anymore. So that is kind of the gist of how I feel like this is boiling out, how I feel like this is playing out and what it's boiling down to in terms of some of the Sabians that we've got going on today, aside from Venus and Mars, which I already talked about. The sun today is at, well, let's start with the Earth, actually. The Earth today is at 23 degrees of Pisces, which is the Sabian symbol, a materializing medium giving a seance. So, you know, what's happening on the ground, like, I feel like we are really looking up today. We are looking to connect, you know, with source, higher power, and actually receive some spiritual guidance tangibly that we can use. This is a great day, you guys, to ask for signs, you know, symbols, synchronicities, for spirit to communicate with you in a way that you can tangibly understand, and, you know, use that guidance practically with this earth sign trine coming through today too, to make some necessary changes, or to find something out, or to gain some awareness or something that you need in your life. This is a very good day to sort of like commune with the divine and ask for spiritual guidance in a way that you can understand and apply in whatever context you are needing. Follow spiritual guidance today. The position of the sun today, 23 degrees of Virgo, that Sabian symbol is a lion tamer rushes fearlessly into the circus arena. And with this Sabian symbol, we do want to be careful of what we are rushing into. Again, I'll say it again. We've got the lion there. This is associated with the sign of Leo. The sign of Leo can very much so be associated with the ego, and also the sun can be associated with the ego in the lower octaves of this sign. We don't want to let people use our ego to pull our puppet strings, or to manipulate, or to control our choices, our actions, and our decisions based on some type of ego gratification that we receive as a result of that, you know, some type of praise, or some type of, oh, you saved the day, you know, the lion tamer rushing in fearlessly into the circus arena. And mind you, it's all a staged show. Like, no one actually saved the day. No, there's nothing actually authentic or genuine about it. That lion tamer doesn't actually get the intrinsic like benefit or reward of actually having saved someone's life. You know what I mean? Like, it's all very just like fickle and like on the surface of things. It's all a display. It's all a show. So we don't want to allow ourselves to be sort of like coerced into doing something based on somebody pulling on our ego strings. And that's something that I've been talking about again since that Mercury retrograde report that I did, and also just in the context of how this energy is unfolding generally. Watch for setups. Don't take the bait, you guys. This is about us having the conscious awareness to realize where we are being manipulated through these ego attachments, so that we can no longer be controlled by that, and we can take our power back. This is also with the trine and Pluto ending this whole sequence of events that's happening over the next couple days. This is very, very much about restoring us to a place of self-empowerment as well. We need to have the courage, you guys, to stand in our power and tame our own inner beast, right? Our own inner demons, our own personal ego, despite the circus that may be playing out around us. Another way to look at this degree, a lion tamer rushes fearlessly into the circus arena. This is also, could be a lion tamer, one who is in control of their own ego, the lion, right? The lion within, one who is the master of their own consciousness, of their own ego, fearlessly rushing into the circus arena, stepping into somewhere with the full knowledge that there's a circus going on around them, but not falling prey to it, not seeing it the same way other people do, because they're not therefore being pulled into the show, because we are not susceptible to that, because we have tamed our own inner beast, I guess we could say. So I feel like very interesting, the setup of the Sabians of the Sun and the Earth today in the context of the rest of this energy playing out. And then Mercury retrograde right now as well. Remember, ruling the cycle that we are in right now and in the mutual reception with Venus, who is in the square to Mars today. All about, and he's at 8 degrees of Libra. That Sabian symbol is a blazing fireplace in a deserted home. So here we are again. What is this all coming back to? What is it all boiling down to? What did we just go in a whole long, like 45-minute discussion to come back to the point of all about a return to the heart center, our home frequency, blazing fireplace in a deserted home. Where have we been abandoning ourselves in pursuit of our ego or satisfying our ego or gratifying our ego? Where have we been abandoning the truth of our heart and what really lights our personal fire? What really fills us up inside, our own true passion, our own true heart center. Where have we been abandoning this, and what do we need to do? What do we need to change in order to come back home to ourselves and receive our own validation, receive our own recognition, stand in our own sense of self-empowerment based on the alignment with the recognition of this fire burning within us? Where are we like fanning our own inner, flames of greatness? You know what I mean? Like, that is where we are returning. We are returning back to our heart center and our home frequency at the end of the day. And again, like with all of this leading back to the sign of Libra, Mercury in the sign of Libra, it really is about us figuring out, you guys, what it is that we truly want. How many ways can I figure out? How many words can I use to like basically say that one sentence? So that's what we have going on in terms of the astrology today, you guys. It's a very interesting period of time that we are in right now. Let's talk about the tarot now. Very powerful tarot message that we had coming out today as well. Crazy, actually, in the context of it all. We got a whole hand of reversals going on, led by the 10 of Pentacles upright. So first card we got coming out, 10 of Pentacles upright. Oh, and I should say we got 6 cards coming out today, by the way, you guys. The emphasis on the 6 again. This is where this is going. We are going to this 6 energy, this 222 energy, but we've got to go through the 5 energy, 14 degrees, Venus and Mars, in order to get there. The 5 is the breakdown. Okay, so, but anyways, 10 of Pentacles, like this is it. This is where we're going, you guys, ultimately. But how do we get there? 9 of Cups in reverse. Queen of Swords in reverse. Justice in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Magician in reverse on the back of the deck. What does this all mean, you guys? What do all these reversals mean? All these powerful cards, too, in the reverse, in the context of the 10 of Pentacles coming out first. To me, what this is saying, all of these reversals, like what this boils down to in a nutshell, your comfort, stability, abundance, security, this 10 of Pentacles, this ultimate fulfillment right here is coming through mastering our inner world, finding ourselves within ourselves, rediscovering our inner power as a catalyst for our material success and abundance. Look at these cards in reverse. In the context, you guys, of all of these cards coming out in reverse today, this to me is talking about the retrograde energy. It's so funny. We have 6 cards in reverse when we include the card on the back of the deck, and then we had the 1 come out upright. How many planets do we have retrograde right now? We have 6 major planets retrograde right now. What this is telling me, you guys, based on like the numerology and these specific cards, this is about an inward reflection, okay? The 9 of Cups, this is wish fulfillment. This is a card of wish fulfillment. Upside down in this context, an internalized process of rediscovering our true wish fulfillment, what we truly want. Queen of Swords. This is about ultimate truth, ultimate clarity, and standing in the power of that. In reverse, I feel like this is talking about this retrograde energy, really rediscovering our personal truth, you guys, getting in alignment with that and the power that represents. Justice In the reverse, to me, this is talking about an internalized rebalancing that is going on as a result of this Venus-Mars energy that is helping us to understand what has been keeping us off balance and out of a state of inner harmony based on not being able to receive that which is really in alignment with us because of these ego issues that may have been going on. Queen of Wands in reverse coming out next. This is our passion. This is our inspiration. This is our heart energy, guys. This is what we love. Like, what are we passionate about? This is that degree where Mercury is right now, the blazing fire in the deserted home. This is us rediscovering what lights our heart and soul on fire. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles. This is the self-made woman or the self-made individual, the person who like pulls themselves up from their bootstraps and makes it happen for themselves. What do we need to do? What work do we need to do? What effort do we need to put in? And it's the Nine of Pentacles. Like, it's only us. Like, this is the job that only we can do. What do we need to do physically, tangibly, earth signs, pentacles, coins, in order to take these inward realizations that we are coming to and turn them into what? The Ten of Pentacles. Going from the 9 to the 10 of Pentacles, which is this 222 energy about this genuine material soul fulfillment. And on the back of the deck, you guys, with the Magician in reverse, like, are you kidding me? Based on rediscovering our personal power, internalized reflection, rediscovering our personal power, figuring out that we've had everything within us that we've needed this whole time, that we have all the resources, all the tools, that we hold this value and this worth within us. And it's just literally a matter of us figuring out what we need to do, to what actions we need to take to bring these internalized realizations outwards and manifest, attract to ourselves that which is truly a reflection and can bring us that fulfillment, that abundance, that purpose, and that ultimate, like, just joy and satisfaction in our lives and in our reality. Crazy to me how this spread came out today. Crazy. Like, these are such powerful cards. Like, the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Swords, Justice, the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Magician, all retrograde in their motion. We are discovering our true wish fulfillment internally. We are discovering our personal authentic truth internally. We are discovering what has been out of balance internally within us and what we need to do in order to restore that balance. We are rediscovering what lights us up inside, our passions, what the truth of our heart is, and what we really love, and what we want to create in our world. And we are discovering that we have the ability to do it, and what do we need to do in order to make that happen. And then what we are making happen, the one upright card we got, the Ten of Pentacles, like, you guys, this is heading in a very positive direction, but we are in a period of internalized reflection, and we have to go through these internal shifts, these internal changes, these internal transformations in order to recalibrate our vibration in such a way that we can realign our lives with that which is giving us our Ten of Pentacles golden age scenario in our personal world, in our personal reality. Let's get one more card now, you guys. Synchronicity card, God, Spirit, Universe. What is one more bit of information, wisdom, guidance that can help us through this period of time? What should we remember? What information, wisdom, guidance should we keep with us as we are navigating today? What do we need to know? Let's see. It took a while to get a card yesterday too. And the cards that came out yesterday, I felt like ended up being a very specific message that was quite on point. So we just have to wait for it. We got 2 cards coming out again today. Very good, you guys. We've got obstructions removed. What did I say? We're in the breakdown phase. Demolition, you guys. Obstructions being removed. And focus. Obstructions removed. Rest in me, I have gone ahead and removed every stone. God has gone before you and removed every obstacle. Any obstacle you now perceive is a product of your own imagination. Let go and let God lead you. There is no wrong action. There is only right action. Follow the leads which come to you. And we've got focus. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on thee. Isaiah 26:3. Focus your thoughts on God and on the part of you that is God. Tune in on God and his serenity over your life. When you can still your mind and think of God and be at peace in your mind, everything around you will fall into a peaceful routine in your home, your business, and in all aspects of your life. Stay in this state of mind and you will prosper beyond your wildest dreams. So that's what we have today, you guys. And also that makes sense. Remember the position of the earth today, materializing medium, giving a seance. This is saying tune in on God and his serenity over your life. Very important day to really cultivate and nurture our spiritual connection and have the faith. As I was saying in the beginning, obstructions are being removed. We are being nudged towards that which we truly want, but in order to get that, we've got to get rid of what we don't. And at this point in our life, we may have gotten so far detached from our true selves and understanding what it is that we really want, that in order to even figure out those basic things, we have to go through a lot of experiences. And I feel like that is one of the things that this week is indicating as well. So that's what I have to say, you guys. Message from the stars, message from the cards. I hope that you guys liked it. I hope I was able to provide something for you that can give you just a little bit of whatever you're needing as you are navigating your day today, as you are navigating this energy. If you guys did like it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends if you think that they would like this kind of content and be interested in this too. Leave me comments, you guys. I really appreciate you. I love your comments so much. I'm so grateful for your feedback. I have a Facebook page, a Facebook group, a website, and some other social media stuff. Those are in my description box below. And come back with me tomorrow, you guys. We will have day 3 of this energetic voyage that we are on to talk about. And day 3 will be, actually tomorrow I think is the day where, hold on. Let's see, the 16th. Oh yes, it will be day 3 of our 6-day process, but it will be day 2 of Venus and Mars in square to each other. And the moon is going to be coming in tomorrow as well, you guys, and really conjuncting Mars, squaring Venus, and blasting on the intensity of this square. So the stuff that is coming to fruition today is going to be at a greater level of intensity tomorrow, and we will talk about all of that then. So I'll be here. You should be here too. You don't want to miss it, guys. And until then, have a beautiful day. Bye, guys.